UCF, they played very well up until the last 4 minutes. They really showed that they can play together. Against Minnesota, they really didn't look like they had a lot of rhythm, a lot of missed shots, miscues on the defensive end. But hopefully in this game, they'll bounce back against Coastal, put up some big numbers.
Second meeting between these teams. JU won the season opener last year, 99-57 for the Dolphins. Giassi Powell, Jordan Davis, Mike Marsh, Osai Osifo, and George Pridgett, the starting five. Same as against Minnesota. For Coastal Georgia, it's Kenny Brown, Elijah Goodman, Jordan Parks, Nigel Lawson Jr., and Lee Green. This is Brown with the basketball, curling elbow with a jumper, got it. So Brown puts Coastal Georgia on the board, 2-2 early on.
And early in the season, the injury bug has hit JU. They have Tyrese Davis out. They have Kevion Nolan out right now. But like you said, it is early, so hopefully those guys can rehab and bounce back and get ready for conference play.
Marsh misses. Clean up on the interior by Osifo, and the Dolphins lead again. For Coastal Georgia, they've lost 4 of 5. Coming off a victory, though, against Savannah State, 69-57. Whistle and a foul will go against Giassi Powell. This is a really good JU defense. You've got to watch them all year. In your day here with the Dolphins, you were Spider Hardy, but I think what's so impressive, they're 7th in points allowed per game, just under 54. They rank in the top 60 in steals, more than 9 per game, but they do that without fouling. 12th fewest fouls per game, so they get after you, but they don't give you free throws either.
Right. This team is very tough defensively. I mean, that was a great shot right there by Coastal Georgia, but defensively, the Dolphins, they play you on from the time you cross half court until you try to get to the basket. Osifa in the middle holding it down. They have great defensive perimeter players, and George Pridgett. They're just a very locked-in defensive team. Marsh,
nice move on the interior. Lee Green hit that three, by the way. I love that he turned around and talked to the Jacksonville bench. 6-5, JU early on.
I guess JU's game plan is this game is to just pound the ball into the low post. Have you seen all the low post players have scored this game?
And they do have a size advantage. Green is the biggest player on the floor for Coastal Georgia. Here's a whistle, and this will go the other way for JU. Green is at 6'8". Elijah Goodman at 6'9". That's their biggest size, and Goodman only weighs 206 pounds.
Yeah, hopefully JU can get up and down the court, make him move a little bit. He doesn't look that mobile. They can run him up and down the court, get him a little tired, and continue to dominate down low as they've been doing.
Pridgett brings the ball up, the freshman from Boston. Runner inside, no. And Green with the rebound for Coastal Georgia. Here come the Mariners.
Rare miss right there by Jordan Davis, their leading scorer. Right now, he's the only one averaging double figures on JU team.
Tommy Bruner was the lone man in double figures at Minnesota. He'll come off the bench today. Kick out, open three, got it. Jordan Parks, their leading scorer, at nearly 14 a game, and the Mariners lead 8-6.
Coastal Georgia, they came to play today. They're not backing down.
Well, they lost by 42 last year. I'm sure that leaves a lot of negative.
It leaves a bad taste in your
mouth. Yeah, you want to come back and show these guys that you can play.
You don't forget that.
Marsh jumper, got it. Mike Marsh, young player from Columbia, South Carolina, strokes the jumper 8-all. Marsh and Osifo, to your point, Aaron, have all 8 points. Here's Goodman, second leading scorer, too strong. Good rebound by Powell. JU wants to get out and run. Davis on the wing. Davis crosses up. Davis a floater, short, and Green cleans up the board.
One thing you don't want to do with teams like this is let them stick around, because then it can turn into anything. You get the referees involved, a bad shot here, a good shot there, and they got the lead.
Parks on a post up inside, and the guard able to score. Like you said, it's 10-8.
And that was a good entry pass right there from the post, from the top of the key. That's a very hard pass to make.
Yeah, that was really nice. Lob over the defense. Here's a kick out. Pridgett, Osifo. All around the arc right now for JU. 8 to shoot. Now inside. Osifo into the post. Osifo, nice spin. And he finishes to tie the game at 10.
Yeah, they're scoring at will in the post right now. Anything they do, if it's getting to the basket, it's going in. I don't think they missed a shot in the post.
No, 4 of 7 overall. And for Coastal Georgia, 4 of 6. Check that, 5 of 8 now for Jacksonville. Inside, Osifo takes it away. Dolphins want to run. Good defense by Parks there. A cross up, nice off the bounce from Powell, and JU back in front.
Good transition bucket right there.
Now another steal, Davis in the corner. Davis, he's got a three if he wants it, he takes it. Short.
Make that.
You like that or you don't like it?
I like it. It's wide open. Nobody else was down court with you. That's a good shot. But typically in these days, a fast break is a three-point shot anyway. So
that's right.
Based on analytics.
People watch the Golden State Warriors just like you do with
Yeah.
Steph Curry. I can't blame him. Goodman, he'll try a three, too strong. But it's amazing, you know, the 10 years ago when you were here and playing, the game has changed so much.
A fast break, you're trying to get to the goal 10 years ago. Now you run into the three-point line. The more, typically, the team that hits the most threes wins the game. So.
And there's almost nothing in between. The mid-range is a dying art.
There's only a few players in the NBA that still take mid-range shots.
Green off the mark. Pritchett on the run. Pritchett all the way in. A lot of contact, no call. Parks comes away with the basketball. Coastal Georgia on the run again. Down by 2. Parks passes up the 3. Extra pass. It's Brown. He's got it.
That's good ball movement right there. Good ball movement. They didn't settle for the first shot. They got the open shot.
Had a coach tell me one time, you got good shot, but then you got better shot with the extra pass.
And that's what they got right there, the better shot.
6 minutes plus gone by, first half, 13-12. Coastal Georgia in front. Pritchett, again the point guard. The freshman sets up the offense. Davis picks his spot. Marsh almost lost it, gets it back. Now Pritchett tries a three, the lefty, too strong. Rebound to Brown, who's been good so far, 5 points, and his first rebound for Coastal Georgia. Brown navigates, blocked by Mariners have shot it well, 5 of 10 and 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. They're also out rebounding JU early on.
And that's what's keeping them in the game, making threes right now. JU has to get a hand up out there and also talk defensively so they don't give up open shots like that.
Easy layup for Brown, who's got 7 points, right near his average on the season. And it's a 3-point lead, biggest so far for Coastal Georgia, dropping into his zone.
Looks like JU may be having a turkey hangover right now.
Powell tries to stop that, no. And a loose ball, last touch by the Mariners. What would you do here? JU normally lives off their defense.
You gotta push the tempo, get the intensity up, do maybe some trapping at half court, try to force some turnovers, get some easy shots right now.
Inbounds in. It's Bryce Workman in the game. Working inside, nice left-handed layup. Overpowering Smith.
Bryce Workman, once he gets the ball in the post, he rarely passes it out. He's a scorer. He gets the ball in the hole every time he gets the ball down low.
He's got good handles for somebody down there as well.
He can move as well. Very versatile big man.
Lawson, one of their better players. Lawson, kick out, long three. Brown is feeling it.
They came to play today. They're not giving up nothing easy. They don't care that JU's Division I. They don't care who they lost to. They came here to win.
Brown's got 10 points early on. 18-14 Coastal Georgia. Brody down to the baseline. It's Osifo. Gets it to fall.
JU can get what they want down low, as you can see. They just have to stop them on the defensive end.
And a made three would be nice. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Into the corner. Diamond Smith thought about it. Instead, they're working around. Under 12 to go. Coastal Georgia, 2-point lead. 4-5 to start the year. Goodman, kick out into the corner. Brown, short, finally misses. Smith, the rebound, feeds Brown. Nice little pass inside. It's Duncan. He can't finish, and the rebound to JU. Brody thinks about the three. Left open, passes it up.
This is the freshman that they're real big on. Isaiah Brody comes from Arizona prep school. Very athletic wingman.
And a whistle. Coastal Georgia's hit 7 of their first 14, 4 of 7 from 3, and the Mariners, through the first 8.5 minutes, lead by 2 over Jacksonville. Double team, nice dribble by Diamond Smith to get through that. But Coastal Georgia, Aaron, their offense has really been impressive against the 7th best scoring defense in Division I.
It is. They're making a lot of shots.
Green 5 to shoot. A drive and a runner's an air ball and grabbed by Workman.
And there's that defense that you were just talking about, but they turn it right back over.
Yeah.
As soon as they get the ball.
Outlet was errant, and JU turns it over. Zach Gay inbounding for Coastal Georgia. His first action today. Senior from Georgia. Here's Wiley. How have they been attacking this JU defense so far? Because it's pressure oriented. Here's a 3. Smith way off the mark, but they've been successful to this point.
They've just been moving the ball very well against the defense. They've been getting it into the paint, kick out shots, and they've actually just been making shots. That's the key. You have to make shots. So they're making shots against this long defensive lineup that JU has, and it's got them the 2-point lead right now.
To your point, 6 assists on 7 makes. Inside and the flush for Mike Marsh to tie the game at 18.
Game plan should be simple. Get the ball to the post. They're scoring almost every time down low.
In the paint, Jacksonville has 16 of their 18 points. Gay coughs it up. JU on the run. The freshman Brody, 2 on 3, and Davis slows it up. Midway point, first half. Marsh, kick out, sets the screen for Bruner. Double figures against Minnesota, takes the jumper. He's got it. Tommy Bruner, a bright spot against Minnesota, and he's been really good of late, 8 points per game.
You can score the ball. He comes from USC Upstate, averaged 13 points per game there, so he's an experienced guard that JU has coming off of the bench. And you need that sometimes with the freshman guard starting right now.
His sister played at South Carolina, 4th all-time in games played there. His brother played at Yale. Meanwhile, loose ball, Wiley grabs it. Wiley tries to find somebody up top. Marsh knocks it off of him, and another turnover for Coastal Georgia.
You can see the intensity starting to ramp up a little bit each possession down. Hopefully they can get some more offensive scoring and get some more defensive stops.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's a 3-minute scoreless drought for the Mariners. 6-0 run for Jacksonville. A 2-point lead. It's their largest of the game to this point. 9:15 remaining first half. Jacksonville, Coastal Georgia. The Dolphins trying to get back over 500, stop a little mini 2-game skid. Davis on the drive, cut off, kicks it corner. Bruner gets a screen inside. Brody in the corner. Brody on the drive. Brody on the spin. Bounce pass out of the reach of a Dolphin, and Rod Brown, who was in the game, couldn't handle it. It's turnover.
Brody looks like the game's just a little too fast for him right now. He just has to slow it down, take his time, and just be a little bit more patient.
Smith, nice take with a finger roll to tie the game at 20. 20-20, 8:30 to go. Both teams shooting well. A combined 18 of 35, so over 50%. Brody on the wing. It's a screen. Marsh, top of the key, not really a 3-point threat. Coastal Georgia plays off. Bruner crosses up. Bruner turns the corner. And Brown underneath in trouble. Marsh with 8 to shoot, takes the jumper from the elbow. No. And a rebound to the Mariners. Lawson Jr. runs the point guard for Coastal Georgia. Inside, and Jacksonville, Coastal Georgia. 3 for Lee Green, misses that one long. A big man can shoot it from out there.
He made one earlier in the first half.
In the corner, then turned around and taunted the bench a little bit. Bruner inside, stops, pops, no. And a rebound out of bounds off of the Dolphins.
The longer you let this team stick around, the more confidence they're going to have. Those shots are going to start back falling. They're going to get a couple steals. You got to put these type of teams away early. Break their confidence, break their back, so they don't even want to play anymore. They're ready to go back home, get some more dressing and turkey and pumpkin pie.
Coastal Georgia, the College of Coastal Georgia. They are not far from here in Brunswick, Georgia, maybe an hour plus pending traffic. They've lost 4 or 5 coming off a nice 8-point victory against a former D1, Savannah State. They're an NAIA school. It's Brown who's been feeling it early on. Brown on the wing, takes the 3, got it.
He's still feeling it.
Kenny Brown has 13 points, but nobody gets back, and Osifo.
I feel like the team will slow down. If the defensive efforts of JU can pick up to their standards, it'll be a blowout win.
This is kind of like what JU does offensively. 336th in the nation in three-point attempts, 300th in three-point percentage, 331st in makes per game. They were 1 for 15 from beyond the arc against Minnesota, so they have to work it inside to be successful.
And you can see that JU's jumped into a 1-3-1 zone right now, but they still got the ball into the paint and scored it on it, but the defensive intensity is starting to pick up on JU's end. As you see, they jumped into that 1-3-1 zone.
Yeah, and Jacksonville trying to find an answer for this hot shooting Coastal Georgia team, but really good ball movement there by the Mariners. Giassi Powell. Pridgett back to Powell, 10 to shoot. Workman inside, spins, Workman puts it up. Nice move.
He's not passing it out once he gets it in the post.
You've got that scouting report down on Bryce Workman.
You got to come double him. He's going to score the ball once he gets it in the post.
Really nice footwork from Workman. Now 6 to go. Can Jacksonville get a stop? Down by 1 here in the first half. They expected to blow out the Mariners. They won by 42 against them last year. On the baseline, open look, passed up, now inside, up and under, and putback for Duncan.
Yeah, some more good footwork right there, right back at him.
Coastal Georgia's hit 4 of their last 5. Jacksonville can't get that stop. Osifo holds over his head. JU not really typically a fast team.
I think he's passing it out.
We'll see.
Nope.
Lee Green knew that scouting report. They made that switch, and Workman called for the charge. JU with their 5th turnover. 4 for Coastal Georgia so far. When do you hit the panic button? You're down 27-24. Still 25 minutes plus of game time. It's still way too early. But at what point, I think back to that UMBC 16 seed over Virginia, and it seemed like coming into halftime, Virginia was confident, and then UMBC went in a big run. They were up by 20 with about 15 to go, and it seems like that's when the panic subsided. You played against teams you know you're supposed to beat.
Right.
When do you hit the panic button if things can't get going? Not to the second half, obviously.
Not to the second half, but I don't really think you should panic. You should be more composed because this is a Coastal Georgia team. They don't have the size you do. They don't have the speed you do. So I think you should be more composed and know that it'll come along eventually. But if it's less than 4 minutes, you got to have some urgency about yourself.
205 games in a row with a 3. Now a turnover after the tie game. Davis ahead. Davis the slam.
Telling you, that guy, he should be in the high jump contest for track and field. He gets up there for, 5'10"? He's doing what 6'8", 6'9" guys are doing.
Jordan Davis is 6'3". Either way, wow, he's got ups. JU the lead. Mini 5-hole run. Brown with the answer.
Right back at him.
Oh, Kenny Brown.
Cannot leave that guy open.
16 of the 30 points for Coastal Georgia. He's 6 for 8 from the floor.
I think he's going for his career high tonight.
Yeah.
Against JU, he got a point to prove.
4 of 5 from 3. It's a 1-point lead again. Now Davis, nice take all the way in for Jordan Davis.
Great read right there. He saw the big man then roll over on the defensive side to help, and he took it straight to the hole.
10 lead changes, 6 ties here in an eventful first half. 3:30 to go. It's a 1-point lead for Jacksonville. Duncan, double team, coughs up the dribble. Brown's feeling it. Brown on the Brown, long 3 from the logo. Oh man, Kenny Brown.
He's having fun out there. He don't care. He's shooting it from wherever right now.
And off the bounce too. 33-31. This is an extraordinary performance. Now Davis kicks it. Pridgett thought about the 3. Back to the corner. Davis again passes up the 3. Workman inside.
You know where it's going. If he gets it, you know where it's going. In the basket.
Bryce Workman ties the game. More points in the paint for JU. 26 of their 33. And a tie-up possession arrow with Coastal Georgia. 33-33. What a game. here in the first half. 2:46 to go first half. And a timeout on the floor. So 33-33. Georgia, NAIA school, hanging tough with Jacksonville, and they'll call time, struggling to inbound the ball here. So Coastal Georgia is allowing Jacksonville to shoot 64% from the field, and we're tied. I mean, that to me, Aaron, is a stunning stat early on, but Kenny Brown has 19 points, and he's hit 5 threes, and all the Mariners are 7 of 12 from 3, and that's the equalizer.
And he's keeping them in the game. I mean, he only averages 8 points a game, only makes 1 3 a game. Like I said, he's going for his career averages tonight against JU.
He's a senior, a transfer from Florida Gateway College, exercise science major. Kenny Brown, favorite player, LeBron James, and similar to LeBron, rising to the moment in a big game. I mean, NAIA school, these are the ones you circle on your calendar.
I don't know if LeBron rises to the occasions in big games. I think that's debatable right there.
What? He's got multiple NBA championships.
Yeah, but he had Kyrie hit the big shot. Ray Allen hit the big shot. Did he really rise to the occasion?
3-on-2 the other way. Powell on the take will miss the layup. It's knocked out of bounds, and last touched by Jacksonville. 33-33. But what about that Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals where he had a triple-double? Anyway, we could agree to disagree. 33-33. 2:24 remaining first half. I'm talking to a Warriors fan here, so that's why.
I mean, he's one of the greatest players ever. He's been playing for 40 years, so of course he's going to have all the records. So it makes sense.
Kenny Brown.
Again?
No. Heat check, and he couldn't get it to fall. He's now a mere 5 of 7 from downtown. Jacksonville has hit 6 of their last 7 from the floor. 33-33. Marsh inside. Nice look for Workman, who lays it in. That's a heck of a pass from Mike Marsh.
It is. That's a great big-to-big pass, high-low pass. And you know who to get the ball to in the post. Bryce Workman. He's going to score it.
Workman, 8 points off the bench, 4 of 4. He's grabbed a couple rebounds as well. Into the wing. Diamond Smith, cross up. Cut off. Nice defense by Workman.
Workman's moving his feet. Good perimeter defense right there.
10 to shoot. Smith still with the dribble. Just throws it up. Air ball. Grabbed by Parks, and
they started the shot clock over, and it was in 5 seconds.
Oh, I tell you what, I love a referee crew that knows what the shot clock is, so they don't have to come to the monitor. Nicely done. Our officials today, Kenneth Totten, Willisette Del Val, Nelson Santiago. A really nice job so far in this game. Marsh with the pick. He had a streaking Powell.
He did turn around. Got a pivot on that.
Pridgett.
They're backing off of Pridgett right there. He has to make himself an offensive threat. They're backing off of him. They're just sitting in the paint, waiting for him to throw the ball in the post. That's why he got that turnover just now. He has to be an offensive threat, look to shoot the ball.
You know, it's interesting you say that because Pridgett has been a threat from downtown this year. 15 of his 20 shots have come from 3. He's hit 6 of 15. That's pretty good. 40% from downtown, but has not taken one in this game.
He's one of those guys, if he makes one, his confidence goes up, but if he misses, he stops shooting.
3, Brown.
He's not like this guy, Brown. He's going to keep shooting no matter what.
Brown cooling off a little bit in the last few minutes. He's going to get a break with 53 seconds to go. You got a guy who's averaging 8 points a game. He's off to a 19-point start. Hey, you got to tip your hat to Kenny Brown. But B, as a coaching staff, I mean, really, it's cool that Coastal Georgia's staff recognizes that they've got a guy who's on fire today.
Yeah, keep getting in the ball. You want to win the game, you get the hot man the ball.
Because it's normally Goodman and Parks. Marsh, nice off the glass, and it's a 4-point lead for JU.
You see where they're getting all their points at right now, in the paint. I promise it's not rocket science. Like, you have the height advantage, the strength advantage, pound the ball in the post and win the game.
How many points do you think they have in the paint right now?
At least 32.
They only have 30. I thought you were going to say fewer, but it's a lot.
Okay.
Marsh pulls that down off a deflection, and shot clock is off. Jacksonville will hold for the last shot. Can they get 2 more in the paint? We'll say that your prediction for the first half was 32.
They should. They should run something in the paint for Bryce Workman.
Here's Bruner. Gets his screen. Bruner on the outside. Bruner tries the 3. No. And that'll close the first half. But a really entertaining NAIA school, at least in the first half. Jacksonville trying to change that here in half number 2. Pridgett to Osifo. It was easy inside for Jacksonville in the first half. Can they do it again? Marsh into the corner. Jacksonville always picks their spots. Very deliberate offensively. Marsh on a back down. And a charge is called. Good job by Green. Kind of thought that he maybe laid down a little bit easily, but he'll take it.
That's the second time he's got a charge call against one of the Jacksonville big men. He got one earlier in the first half against Bryce Workman, so you can see where his mind is. He knows they're just going to not pass the ball back out, so why not take the charge?
And he knows that he's got a size disadvantage. He's essentially their center at 6'8", 244. He's a little small in this matchup. He's got the ball, though, in the post. Green, the hook, no. Nice job by Parks. Offensive rebound that ball. Goodman misses the tip, and it's secured by Marsh.
Good rebound right there. He had 3 people around him. He was able to come down and corral that ball.
Missed opportunity there as well for Coastal Georgia. School from Brunswick, Georgia, southeast part of the state. Yeah, about an hour and change from Jacksonville. Pridgett, a swing to the left side, 8 to shoot. Late into the action, easy though for Jordan Davis. An unimpeded drive to the cup.
There you go. Coastal Georgia coming out a little stiff right now. They got to loosen up.
39-33. It's an 8-0 run going back to the first half for Jacksonville.
Biggest lead for them, right?
That is. That's correct. And Coastal Georgia has not scored in more than 4.5 minutes. So a little bit of a drought for the Mariners. Late in their shot clock. Parks, normally their leading scorer. Parks top of the key. Parks tries a contested 3 way off. And the rebound run down by Powell.
He's trying to get into the game.
Just 3 shots now for Jordan Parks. Averaging 14 a game pretty much in terms of the points department. 18 to go. Second half. Davis off a screen. Up top for Pridgett. Again, late in the shot clock. Marsh, turnaround off the glass. More points in the paint, and all of a sudden it's an 8-point lead.
Yeah, I think we got the best of Coastal Georgia in that first half. I think the size and strength of JU is finally going to wear on them in the second half and build a lead on up.
Foul on Davis guarding Brown. Powell comes out for Bruner. For what it's worth, Brown has missed 3 shots in a row, but that is significant as he inbounds the ball here because he hit 7 of his first 8. But it's a 10-0 Jacksonville run right now. Huge moment in this game. Goodman tries to get in the game himself. No.
But they've hit a little drought right now, and JU's capitalizing on it.
Bruner, nice look for Marsh. Marsh is fouled going up. He'll shoot 2. And a chance to get this into double digits for Jacksonville with their lead. So Mike Marsh, transfer from Dodge City Community College. He 6'10", 250. He was a defensive end in high school. And he misses the first free throw. 12 points, 7 boards a year ago. Shot 71% from the line. Went to South Carolina Salkehatchie his freshman year. Splits the pair.
South Carolina has some talent.
They really do.
With, Zion Williamson, Ja Morant.
Yeah, they played the same AAU team, which is crazy.
Right, but South Carolina has talent.
Goodman tries a 3, no. And a rebound out to Pridgett. It's been a spell for Coastal Georgia now without a point for more than 6 minutes as a foul inside will send Davis to the line, another South Carolina guy.
Yeah, he's really carrying the load for the guards right now. As far as scoring wise, the big men have been dominant, but he's been carrying the load for the guards.
Big reason why is Jordan Mincy, who has roots in South Carolina. Davis hits the first. He played at Kent State and then served as a coach at South Carolina, Kent State, College of Charleston, Toledo, and Louisiana Tech before his most recent stop at Florida. He's on the left of your screen. And so that's why a lot of the South Carolina town has come to Jacksonville.
Makes sense, makes sense. You go there, you know all the high school coaches there. They'll send you their best talent. They know you'll take care of them.
And a foul inside. In the rotation, you've got Marsh and Davis from South Carolina as well as Bruner. Pretty big pieces.
Yeah, South Carolina pieces right there. So they have that chemistry. I'm sure they've played against each other in high school or through the AAU circuit.
Inbounds, 3 minutes into the second half for Coastal Georgia. They are at nearly 7 minutes without a bucket. Goodman inside. Goodman turned away, and a reset with 10 to shoot. It's Lawson being handed by Pritchett. Lawson throws it up. Pritchett with the steal. Pritchett all the way. Pritchett with his first points.
Great defensive effort right there by Pritchett. He didn't give up on the play. Got the steal and the open layup.
Jordan Mincy likes it. You just saw him on your screen. It is a 15-0 run for Jacksonville.
Yeah, they really come and put their stamp on the game right now in the second half.
It was 33-29 Coastal Georgia, and now it's 46-33. Another miss. It's Smith behind the back. Goodman double team, and Coastal Georgia out of sorts turns it over. You could see that possession going fast, and the Mariners throw it away.
Yeah, it looks like it's becoming a little too much right now. Jacksonville has really locked in this second half. I'm not sure the speech Jordan Mincy gave him in the locker room, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't too nice. And you see JU is responding now. They come out locked in defensively and offensively.
Coastal Georgia 0 for 6 from the floor in the second half. Bruner, cross up, 18:58 to go. Second half, and Coastal Georgia scoreless for more than 7.5 minutes. JU basketball in the paint, 36-10 advantage, make it 38-10 as Davis glides in for the easy layup.
Great cut right there from the opposite side of the court by Davis. A great read right there by Marsh. They're playing JU basketball now.
And they've taken control.
There you go. You got to give me something.
He's got a slam for you, Aaron. 50-33, 19-0 run.
He just glides so effortlessly.
I love watching him play. Another but almost steal. Brown held in check here in the second half. On the bounce, Pritchett is swarming him, and he gets it to Diamond Smith. They're really just starting their offense now with 12 to shoot. That's pretty impressive defense for JU.
It is.
Underneath, Duncan. Oh, nice hesitation. Missed the bunny, and Marsh the rebound. The scoreless drought is more than 8 minutes.
Long time. They came in, they played hard in the first half. They just can't do it. They got to be able to do it in two halves of the ball game in order to make it competitive and to win the game.
They're 0 of 7 from the field in the second half. They have hit one of their last 12 shots. Bruner tries a triple. He's got it. Tommy Bruner, and the lead is 20.
Yeah, they're feeling it now. It's amazing what a couple of shots to do for you. You see your ball going in for your team. Now everybody has confidence.
They're shooting 69% from the floor. Brown airballs it, and
they locked in on him this half.
The drought is now at 9 minutes. Meanwhile, Davis on the other end backs it out, and JU will work the clock again like they normally do offensively. Pritchett inside. Pritchett with a strong take. Has a rim out, and Brown gathers the rebound.
He has to do more of that. Like, when he's aggressive like that, it looks good. It makes him a threat on the offensive end so they don't have to just play off of him.
Now Duncan underneath, flush, and he finally stops the scoreless drought at nearly 9.5 minutes between buckets. It was 33-29 at Coastal Georgia's last make, and now they trail 53-35. The game is completely swung. You're so right on Pritchett, by the way. That aggressiveness. Bruner, a pull-up. No. And Brown the board for Coastal Georgia. That confidence, such a big thing. Green tries the up and under, left hand, no. Yep. And Workman the rebound. Long pass for Pridgett. Davis ahead of the baseline. Looks for Marsh inside. Marsh turns and faces, and call for the charge. That's the third one drawn by Lee Green today.
Every time.
Smart player. And JU turns it over. Their 8th turnover of the day.
He's waiting for them to take that one dribble and body into him every time.
13:04 remaining in the second half, 53-35. Brown has only been able to get space for one look. It was contested in the second half. And so after 19 points in the first half, 0 for 1 in the second half. And as a team, Coastal Georgia won for their last 14. They started 12 of 16. That means 75%.
It's hard to sustain that.
Yeah. JU's at 65%. Pretty darn good for the game. 40 of their 53 points in the paint. Mariners, knife inside. Wiley Jr. 3 to shoot. Coughs it up. Bruder on the run. It's a 3-on-2. It is Powell. Euro, no. And Goodman grabs it for Coastal Georgia.
They got to make those easy chip-ins. Against a better team, they're going to need those buckets.
Yeah, JU's playing the long game here. Long 3 for Gay, no.
I feel like in the first half, they played down to their level of competition.
Yeah, it's a good time to talk about this. 10 newcomers, tied for the 7th most in D1. Workman, an easy finish. You've got 3 of your next 4 in the road as you slowly inch your way to conference play. And, you know, we were talking before the game, there's some schools that have some really rigorous strength of schedules.
Isaiah Brody out. You want to give him some time so that he can get more acclimated.
Alley-oop and a hammer thrown down by Osifo.
Right on cue, a little execution with the alley-oop play right out of the timeout. Great play call up by Jordan Mincy right there. But as I was saying, Giassi Powell, he's a starter, but I'm not sure if he's even scored tonight. So it's big for these guys to get this experience before conference play because those games actually matter.
And we were talking about that in the last couple minutes. You kind of got your eye on the prize, right?
Yep.
At this juncture of the year, it's still a long way to go, but in about a month and change, this nice 3 put down by Diamond Smith, you're going to be in conference play. And I think even for Coastal Georgia, obviously, feels this way as well. And at this level for Jacksonville, that's where you make your season. And so Osifo is
that was
hacked.
a foul right there.
With such a different team this year, brand new staff, 10 newcomers, tied for the 7th most in Division I. I mean, you're playing the long game here on November 27th for where you want to be in March.
Right, exactly. And, like, these games matter for experience. You're getting to know each other better, execution. But by the time those conference games come around, you're trying to win your conference championship. You're trying to get to the NCAA tournament for March Madness. You have to have everything in order. Championships are not won in December. They're won in March. So by the time we get there, they have to be ready.
Aaron Hardy played in the NIT with JU 09 and 2010, the CIT in 2011. And obviously, you went through it. At this juncture, obviously, JU a slow start today. You know, Coastal Georgia, they're 4-5, they're NAIA. Did you ever find it was tough to get up for teams like this, or maybe had teammates who were tough?
Yeah, especially after holidays.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad that the schedule, whoever scheduled this, was perfect because you don't want to come out and play a big school that's Power 5 school after a big holiday like this. So this is a good warm-up game. Get the guys back in rhythm. Work out the kinks and the rust that you've eaten over the weekend. So.
Yeah, all that pumpkin pie you put down. Ron Brown turnaround, nicely done for another newcomer. His first points today. 61-38, a 3 from Gay. He swishes it home. Back to a 20-point lead. When do you feel like the urgency picked up in your seasons? Was it the start of conference play? Did it take a loss or a skid in conference play? I mean, what was your mentality through a season at Jacksonville?
For us, I feel like it picked up in preseason conditioning. We had high expectations. I mean, we beat Florida, who was a ranked team. So we were going into these games thinking we were going to win these games. We wanted to get to the NCAA and not depend on winning a conference tournament or winning a conference title. We wanted to get it off strength of schedule. So our coaches would schedule 5 Power 5 schools early in the season. Yes, we're getting the experience, but we're trying to beat these teams.
Last trip for the Dolphins in the NCAA tournament for the men's team, 1986.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Hopefully soon. They believe they've got the right man in place in Jordan Mincy. A foul way away from the basket by Bruner. Jordan Mincy, talked about him a little bit earlier. You can see him on the top coaching of your screen. He was in ESPN's 40 Under 40 in May of last year. So he's a big lure for Jacksonville from the coaching staff under Mike White at Florida.
Yep, great hire by our athletic department, athletic director, Alex Gilbert. Great hire. He went and got the right guy for the job. I mean, Jacksonville basketball is built on winning. When you think of Jacksonville basketball, you think of championships. You think of the NCAA tournament. It's a winning program. And we had a couple seasons where they weren't that great. So Alex Gilbert went out and found the guy he felt that would turn this program back around and get it back to their winning ways.
You're an alum. You obviously have a lot of pride in where you went to school. You also work here.
Right.
And I'm curious, we just saw Jordan Mincy on the screen. For alums, how much has he made a presence to reach back out to you guys who've had that success in the past? Powell all the way, a layup and the lead back to 20.
Yeah, definitely. He's reached out to all the guys from my team, a few teams before me. He's reached back out to get us back up here. We were all just up here for Ben Smith's Hall of Fame
awesome.
induction. So he got to meet a lot of the guys. We have a lot of coaches in the area of Jacksonville. You have Russell Powell at Bishop Snyder. You have Brian Gilbert. He's coaching as well. So we have a lot of JU guys that's coaching in the city. So that's definitely a recruiting base right there for him. So he definitely reached out to us. He's been very welcoming. He wants us to come around the program. He builds great relationships from what I see just being around him on campus.
3-point play for Tommy Bruner, 66-43. JU has made 5 of their last 6. Shooting 66% from the floor. Obviously the greatest alum of all, Artis Gilmore, is to our left calling this game on the radio, the great Hall of Famer who helped the Dolphins to the Final Four in 1970. So he's as good as new.
Yeah.
But eating a lot of sweets and trying to stay away from them. As a turnover here, offensive foul on Coastal Georgia. 66-43.
Definitely hard to do around this time as far as sweets. You have Halloween candy, then you have Thanksgiving right after that, then Christmas and New Year's. They set us up.
And you have a 3-year-old, so you're definitely eating a lot of that Halloween candy.
I'm trying not to. But he get the good. He doesn't know what the good candy is right now.
So you can trick him.
So I can trick him. I get all the chocolate, the Snickers, the Twix, all that. He can get the sweet tarts and all that, colorful.
Oh yeah, that's the lure to a 3-year-old. 5 to shoot. Bruner on the bounce and foul on the floor. It'll give JU a reset shot clock and a timeout on the floor. 7 this Coastal Georgia won. You said it was the perfect team to schedule post-Thanksgiving.
Yep.
I think in advance of that, hopefully get everything right. Maybe get a little bit healthier. And we'll see on that front. But for Coastal Georgia, they really gave Jacksonville a run for their money in the first half. JU is taking control here in the second. But there's a lot on the slate. We might find out a lot about these Dolphins in the next 4 games.
Yeah, definitely, especially those road games. They're tough, especially when you don't have classes right now, so it's strictly basketball. So you can get drained out by it, but you have to stay focused mentally. Get these wins. These are winnable games as far as Charleston or Southern. Georgia is not at their best right now. UNC, Wilmington, and Southern Miss. Those are all winnable games.
And then you come home for Weber again before going out on the road to Pitt. So, again, it adds in another tough game. This is a good non-conference scheduled by Jacksonville and Jordan Mincy. Up by 27, and Marsh with the rebound off the miss from Lawson. Meanwhile, Bruner the other way. Bruner had Brown, but Brown couldn't catch it, and it's a turnover.
Yeah, Brown wanted to oop for that. Bruner didn't see him pointing up for it. But it's still a good read. Just got to make a better pass on that.
JU has only shot 7 threes in this game. 20 three-point attempts for Coastal Georgia. They've made more than the Dolphins have attempted. 9 of 20, JU 2 of 7. But JU 67% from the field. They're 30 of 45. Out-rebounding Coastal Georgia 24-20. 6.5 to go, and it's 70-43. The result is written. It's now about where you can go from here. A foul on the floor.
Yep.
And the Mariners retain possession. Meanwhile, for Coastal Georgia, at Valdosta State, these are technically exhibitions for them. At St. Thomas, at Florida Memorial, so back to their regular schedule. An exhibition at Augusta in Georgia, and then they'll host the University of the Virgin Islands. Think about what the travel must be like for them. No matter where you're going, it's not as nice as the Virgin Islands.
Right. They should have rescheduled that and went to the Virgin Islands.
Yeah. They're probably trying to do any road game they possibly can, but they'll be at Coastal Georgia on December 12th. 70-45. Brody getting some run here against the press for Jacksonville. Arizona freshman brings it across the timeline. Workman hands it off, and Pridgett sets up the offense for the Dolphins. 75% shooting in the second half. It's just a 25% mark for Coastal Georgia.
Yep.
10 to shoot. Brody, a nice spin into a flush.
And that's what they need to see. That's what they want to see more of, him being aggressive, being assertive like that. He knew when he got the ball he was going to score that. He wanted to score that. And he has to look for his shot more often. Just be more aggressive when he's in the game.
Yeah, you've vouched for him in a couple different moments of this game. That was his first shot of the game. Meanwhile, Powell kick out to Brody. Long two in the mid-range. Missed it strong. And the rebound to Green. Long pass ahead. Nice find to Gay. And goaltending here will give 2 points to the Mariners. That's a heck of a pass for the big man, Lee Green.
It was. Great rope pass right there to get the ball up. You can tell Brody's excited right now. His adrenaline's pumping. He gets a dunk, comes back, shoots an air ball. So you definitely tell his adrenaline's flowing right now.
Yeah, Brody, first 3 years at Chandler High in Arizona. He went to a state semifinals as a junior there. He transferred to Compass Prep for his senior year. 72-47. Largest lead is 27 for Jacksonville. Back down, Rod Brown. Brown with a pivot, no. Brody came flying in for the rebound. Hey, you might see this score if you're tuning in now. Coastal Georgia led for more than 8 minutes of this game. By as many as 4. But, I mean, they were in control for several moments of the first half, but a 19-0 run at the end of the first half, into the second half, and a 9+ minute scoreless drought for the Mariners has them dug in here.
Yeah, if they were able to duplicate what they did in the first half, score those 33 points, it'd be 66 right now. It'd be a better game.
No doubt. They've been outscored by 22 here in the second half, 36-14. Brody misses the second freebie, and a rebound to Goodman, their second leading scorer, who is yet to make a basket today. He's 0 for 6 on the floor. So scoreless so far. Parks is their leading scorer. He's not on the floor at the moment. Here's Diamond Smith, long three, got it. And a timeout. 4:56 to go. We will take the timeout. We've got 3 siblings. Brother Tavares, 2 sisters as well. And rather 3 sisters, I should say. So big family for Isaiah Brody. And he's had some good moments in this one as well. 23-point lead. Brody with the basketball. Brody on the bounce, gives it up. Brown, a kick out to Pridgett, 8 to shoot. Pridgett, the freshman, gives it up to Workman, 4 to shoot. Powell's going to make something happen. Workman takes the jumper, no. And Brown, nice rebound for the Dolphins.
Yeah, I want to see Brody look for a shot a lot, just to really build his confidence. I mean, you in here, it's a blowout game. You run your offense, but look for yours right now. There you go. Shoot
And
the
he's
shot.
got it.
Right there. Thank you.
You've vouched for a couple guys on the floor right now, Brody and Pridgett, so here's their time.
This is their time. This is where you gain confidence, get more experience. I mean, because when the game's on the line, you have that experience, and they can always look for you, but you have to do it now.
3 for Smith, no, and Brody, nice rebound. And you can see both those guys, a lot of ability. Pridgett's such a good defensive player. He's got the basketball right now. Good three-point shooter as well. And Brody, good athleticism. So there's pretty bright days in the future for those two. Powell a 3. And there's the largest lead. It is 78 to 50. It's a 10-1 run.
Yeah, Powell needed that. I mean, he's been struggling offensively these last couple of games. He's been starting in place of Tyrese Davis. So it's good to see him starting to make some shots.
And still scoreless for Goodman. He's 0 for 7 after that miss from 3. 5 in double figures for Jacksonville. Powell tries another triple. No. And a rebound to Gay. 3 to go. 78 to 50. Jacksonville putting the finishing touches on this one. Kenny Brown, who lit it up in the first half. 0 points in the second half. He's off the floor right now. Really enjoyed watching him. He was fantastic.
That first half.
Smith picks his spot and banks it home. Simon Smith. A lot to feel good about for Jacksonville. Going into a tough stretch. 3 of their next 4 on the road. A 1 here at home against UNC Wilmington. Powell gives up the 3. Pridgett tries a tray, no. Brown the board. And a reset with 2:10 to go. JU very deliberate offensively anyway. Pridgett, step back, got it.
Keep shooting.
George Pridgett,
Keep shooting.
a 3-point assassin and a marketing and political science major, makes the lead 29.
Get your rhythm going. Early in the game, it's more of a Jordan Davis game. You had the big men scoring all the points. Now's your time to get you a rhythm headed into this next game, build your confidence up.
Pridgett has 5, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Our last one. 80 for Jacksonville, really balanced attack. 63% from the floor as a team. Osifo has 14, Marsh 13, 12 for Davis, and 10 apiece. Actually, I should say 6 in double figures. Powell, Bruner, and Workman all at 10.
Yeah, it was very dominant first half for the big men. This second half, defensively, Jacksonville locked in and was able to get some turnovers, get some easy buckets, and spread this lead out.
They'll go to Charleston Southern, 8 o'clock tip on December 2nd. Inside, Owen into the game, got it!
Yo.
You love to see that, Thomas Owen. Lead back to 29, matching the largest. Duncan fouled, and 2 free throws coming with 1:12 to go. It is going to be the Thomas Owen show. And Carson Brown for the rest of this game.
Yeah, he's feeling good. He's going to go and practice shooting all the shots now.
That was a nice look, a little turnaround.
Yeah.
First one off the mark. This is when those good vibes really hit.
Yeah.
Walk on time at the end. Empty trip for Duncan.
Get him the ball again. Let him shoot it again.
So Pridgett across the timeline. You must have been the best teammate. You're always telling everyone else to go look for their shot. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I was. I was.
Travel here from Owen. 55 seconds remaining. You logged 3 postseason trips here. You're allowed to say that. Clearly you were doing something right.
We had a good team, man.
Elijah Goodman, no. And JU probably one more offensive possession before they could just dribble it out. 83-54. We'll see if Pritchett tries to set it up for Brown. He's looking to get him the ball. And he's got 12 to shoot. Brown, a 3. Almost banked it in. Owen came in, couldn't grab the rebound. And up ahead comes Goodman, but he will throw it away in the corner, and that's going to do it. George Pritchett will run out the clock. And the JU Dolphins snap a little 2-game skid. They are back over.